Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Ronco Johnson, your lifestyle focused wealth coach. How's everybody doing today? Guess what? It's Lifestyle Focus Friday, and welcome to When the Lights Go Out. Are you ready? Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about how you're tapping into your life insurance to use as travel funds. Yes, I said it. It's the holiday season. It is the summertime. It is the time where people want to get out and travel. Travel is definitely part of the lifestyle. And we want to promote how you savvy travelers are doing two things at one time. How do you travel, enjoy a destination, create moments and memories while still building your wealth at the same time? We're going to explore that on the inside today, and we're going to have a little fun topic and give you guys some secrets of what the wealthy do and how to get it done while building your wealth. And maybe you'll share a tip or two. So join me. I'm Ronco Johnson, your host. Join me on the inside as we get started talking about your financial wealth and well-being all at the same time. I'll see you inside. Hey, it's Ronco Johnson, your lifestyle focused wealth coach. How is everybody doing today? Today, we're going to be talking about how you tap into life insurance for the purpose of traveling. We're getting ready for the summer season. It's my favorite time of the season. It's the time where we get to go out and have some fun in the sun, hot summertime, I've been getting calls about, Ronco, please give me some more ideas about how we can use our cash value. And, in our workshop, our lifestyle focused wealth coaching classes, part of it is learning how to properly use this instrument, this financial tool we call the secret sauce to your finances, the things that your grandma and grandpa probably didn't talk to you about. It really just depends, right? So sit back, relax, and unwind with me today for about 45 minutes. And we're going to talk to you about how you can improve your vacation, how you can still be making money at the same time while you're creating memories with your family and friends. And that sounds like the perfect situation to me. If it sounds like it's perfect to you, well, stick around to the end, and I may have a couple secrets to share with you that you might not really want to miss on. So I want to first welcome you to our Lifestyle Focused Wealth Studios, and thank you so much for joining us. And do me a favor, before we get really started, I want to tell you thank you so much. Thank you in advance for going ahead and clicking that thumbs up and that share button and subscribing to our channel. Thank you for telling someone about us. Thank you in advance. We need your help. We're growing, and we want to grow, continuously grow, and provide financial literacy like we've been doing over the last episodes, and we're hopeful that you will continue to join us and bring more and more friends as our community gets bigger and bigger and bigger, right? And so we want to welcome you back. This is When the Lights Go Out. Are you ready? I'm Ronco Johnson, your host. Thank you for joining us. So let's give you a little couple of secrets right quick. When you get ready to log in or you want to make a comment on today, do me a favor. Hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell when you see it, okay? Hit the notification bell. That way you can get all of our upcoming content and all of our information. And we can be sure to talk about you or your question while we're live online. And I just want to say happy Friday. Happy Friday, Sam. Happy Friday, Leela. I see you guys joining the club back there. Those are two of our wonderful, dedicated members of our lifestyle focused community. And I have to tell you, there's many of you out there. And today we're going to be talking about something a little bit more fun. Today we're going to be talking about something fun. But it goes along with what we've been talking about over the past few weeks, right? But before you do that, don't forget, at the end of this broadcast, do me a favor. Go to the descriptions and sign up below for our bi-weekly email. It has everything. It has art, it has travel, it has recipes, and much, much more. And it's absolutely free to you. And why are we doing it? Because we talk about what wealthy people do. We talk about what the wealthy people do. What millionaires and billionaires do. And one thing they definitely do is take a vacation or take a trip. I like to say take trips because a vacation just means you spend more money. I like to think of wherever I go, I'm at home. That way I have some of the same habits, right? Family, food, travel, good friends, great wines, and many, many memories. So if you're along with me on that, please do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. Think about joining our lifestyle focused community. At the same time, it's only $16 a month, and you can join it. You can be a part of us. And one of the benefits is you get to talk to people just like me and other people that are already taking advantage of what we do. That's correct. They're already taking advantage of what we do. And this is one of the secrets. This is one of the secrets that we share. How are you using your plan? How are you using your wealth building plan? How are you using your family banking system? And this is what we want to promote. We want to promote how you use it because many of us don't even understand this financial tool can be used in so many great ways. You can use it for holidays. You can use it for travel. You can use it to pay off tuition and bills. But we've talked about bills. We've talked about those things. Those are boring. Have you thought about this? Let me set the scene for you. Can you imagine using your life insurance policy to go to some of the most breathtaking destinations on the planet? Let that sink in. Where would that destination be for you? Where would it be? And if you have a destination in mind, put it down in the comments. Type it in the comments, put it in the feed. I want to see it because I know that we have some things in common. If you like to travel, I like to travel. Maybe you can get on our retreat. Maybe you can go on our retreat and go travel with all of us together. If you saved enough money, if that's always the money, if money is always the conversation, then we need to talk about why that is, right? And we want to talk about well-being as well. So in the past couple of weeks, we've been really, really focusing on mental health, wellness, wealth strategies, and so much more. And why are we talking about these things? Because this is the time that you can reduce so much stress out of your life, right? So much stress out of your life that it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense because we don't need the drama in our lives. When we're talking about being abundant and thinking about a life of abundance, the one that we can't worry about is thinking this is our last dollar, because dollars are just tools. Now, I've never told you don't use your tools. I just said accumulating these tools is important. How we accumulate them and how we use them are two totally different things. So tell me, before we get started, how are you using your cash to pay for your summer trip? Just tell me. Let me set the scenario for you. You got person A that has worked very hard. They've saved in their checking account $5,000 to go on a summer trip. Maybe you and a friend are going to go on a cruise, or maybe go down to Cancun, or maybe you just take an airline over to Brazil. Or maybe you just get a chance to go to Africa and spend 2 months there. It's a lot to see. Or maybe you get to ride, horseback in the water in the Caymans. or maybe even do better than that. Go check out the giraffes and all those different things while you're traveling, while you're in Africa. That's what I'm thinking, right? You can see where my mind's already gone. I'm already there. Or maybe you just want to do a domestic getaway. Maybe you're going to go down to Miami Beach and hang out and do a little cruise and see the mansions and the big homes. Or maybe you go out to San Antonio and hang out at the Riverwalk and taste the foods. Or maybe you go over to Louisiana and get some of that bayou greatness that they like to make over there. So, these are some of my favorite topics to talk about. And, how do you get to do it? Now, we're talking about wise and savvy financial ways of being able to tap into your life insurance for travel. I know. They don't talk about this on the commercial. They don't talk about this kind of stuff on the commercial. You know why? Do you know why? Because it's not intended for you to take a trip on the stuff that they have commercials on television, right? Yeah. Those other celebrity types aren't talking about these types of things, are they? Well, let me set the scene for you first so I can give it to you. That way I don't get in any trouble. Over my last 28 years as a financial professional, I have to tell you, I have enjoyed proving everybody wrong. And our clients and our friends and our families have been able to use this product over and over and over again. And it just keeps producing. It keeps producing in many ways. I really call it the Swiss Army knife of the financial industry. It's the secret behind the secret. Many people are using it, but they're not telling you. They're not telling you. And this is a tool called whole life insurance. Whole life insurance or universal life insurance is both of those products are known as permanent insurance. A little different than what term insurance. Let me explain before I get into the fun and savvy traveler in you. First, term insurance is just that. It's an insurance policy that pays a death benefit, of course, when we pass along. And there's no cash accumulation to it. So there's no benefit to that while you're living. It is the quintessential when the lights go out, are you ready type of program. Okay? But that is not what we're discussing in this episode. We're talking about permanent life insurance that you can use while you're living. Yes, while you're living. Somebody put that in the chat. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know. While you're living, put that in the chat. Okay? Put that in the chat. I want to make sure that we know. And if you've already used your policy in some different ways, do me a favor. Put it in the chat and tell us how you used yours. And if you went somewhere, if you did use yours for travel, tell us where you went or where you're planning to go, right? So, cash value life insurance does a few different things. And this is how it can promote wonderful financial habits for you and your kids and your family, your business, whatever the case may be. The beautiful thing about life insurance, whole life insurance specifically, is the fact that it has tax advantages that our government gives us, which means that it has the ability to compound and grow in interest while it's sitting there. And that money compounds tax-free. Well, let me make sure that I say a couple things. One of the most beautiful things I like about life insurance is the fact that it has a loan provision. And that loan provision of life insurance is really, really critical to understand. And why? Because that loan provision allows you to take a policy loan against your policy using the company's revenue. And how it works is simply this. Once you have accumulated a certain amount of cash value, let's just say you've accumulated $50,000. You need to know the rules. The rules are simply this. If it's designed properly and you have a properly designed permanent policy, I prefer whole life policies only because they have guarantees attached to them. that means that I can use this money and my cash value is going to be at a certain point as long as I pay a premium in most cases, right? And I can use it at any time I want without surrender charges. Universal life policies, well, you might want to check with your carrier, but they do have a surrender charge and they might be a little bit longer and they may keep you away from access of your policies a little longer than what you could do with a permanent whole life insurance policy. But typically with whole life policies, after 30 days of having the policy in force and having an appropriate amount of cash deposited into it, you can use those funds, but you're leveraging those funds against the company's revenue. And what I mean by that is, the insurance company has more money than you. It has absolutely more money than us, right? So if I have $50,000 and the company recognizes that RJ put in $50,000 into my policy with their company, they're going to allow me to take a loan against that policy. And they're going to allow me up to 90% that I can take from the policy. But that loan is not necessarily coming from my cash. That loan is coming from the company's revenues. So they're going to allow me access to 90% of $50,000, right? And in exchange for a reduction in my death benefit. So hypothetically, if my death benefit was $200,000 and I borrowed $40,000 in a loan, my $40,000 would drop down to $160,000. Now, when I get that cash comes to me income tax free. Here's the education piece to it. It comes to you income tax free because it's in the form of a policy loan. That's right. We're not taking a withdrawal, even though the company gives you that option. Withdrawals mean you're not paying it back. So you may see some income tax situations, so be very careful. However, when taking a policy loan, you can pay it back, and it's going to restore the policy right to where it was before you started. And it continues to compound in interest while you have the money outstanding. That's right. If I needed to borrow that $40,000 out of my policy, I'm still earning money on the entire $50,000. I'm earning what is called a dividend. It pays out once a year at the end of the year. So you keep that in mind. Now, certain policies, depending on who they are, some of them do not pay a dividend on the 100% of the money, and some of them pay a percentage of the money. And what I mean by that is simply this. You want to be careful. Find a financial professional that understands and has been through it before. And they can help you design these policies in a very specific way, using specific products by specific carriers. And then you will have the answer to the solution. If you need more detail about that, I don't want to get in the woods on this video. I want to get right to the travel. Do me a favor. Contact me today. You can just go to roncojohnson.com or our lifestyle focused wealth community.com. And we can help you out with that and help you design it and tell you much, much more in our one-on-one session. So come by and get some coaching, and I'll be more than happy to discuss it with you. However, when you're taking this money out of the policy in the form of a policy loan, remember, I'm still earning a dividend on the money that I've borrowed out in this case, right? So let's just say out of that $50,000, we were going to take a breathtaking trip to, I don't know, Thailand. Oh my gosh. Brazil. Who knows? Where else can we go? I'm going to take $10,000 out of our plan and we're going to go on this vacation. But I'm still earning a dividend on the whole $50,000 while I've technically taken a loan against it and we've traveled. One of the wonderful things about it, and I know you're probably thinking, there's somebody smart out there thinking, hey, what about the interest that you got to pay on that policy? Don't you have to pay interest Don't you have to pay interest? Yes, you do. You do have to pay interest, but it's a very small amount of interest. And that interest is due one time a year. And it's on the amount of money that's outstanding on the loan. So if I took a $10,000 loan out, I don't have to pay it back right away. I don't have APR rates like I do in credit cards. I can pay it back over time. And if you're using our lifestyle focused wealth philosophy, we're banking all the time. We're always making deposits into our plan, right? Always making deposits in our plan because our goal is to learn how to finance everything you've ever spent, everything you ever purchased. We want to finance everything. And this is one of the ways. Savvy travelers are always looking for ways to continue traveling. Well, what better way to travel than to continue getting paid on the money you use to buy your ticket? Wow. That experience just became affordable. That experience has just became profitable. And depending on how you look at it, that experience just became an asset because you're using a financial tool that most people don't know about, and you're not interrupting the capital cash flow from growing. Man, that's unique. If I've hit that on the target and I didn't confuse anyone, give me a thumbs up or just tell me that you're with me on that. Are you with me on that? Are you with me on that? So the Maldives is a wonderful place to go, Miss Wilson. I have to tell you, that is a wonderful destination. We can use that all day long. Listen, summertime, 84, 85 degrees on the beach, catching a wave, working on your tan, eating fruits and cocktails and drinking cocktails. Oh, and hopefully you're with some family and friends that you really, really want to be with. I'm with you. I need a vacation. Can't you see I'm dressed? I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go right now. Aren't these unique strategies that we can use? Y'all, come on now. Come on now. Are there any questions that anyone has? If you got questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. Don't forget to put on there, takeaways. Put takeaways there. Let me know you got something that you're taking away, because this one should be fun. This one is a fun way of just thinking about it. I got a phone call or a message. You give us some examples of things that you've been able to do with your cash value. And we know that we talk about having a lights out moment. Well, one of the beautiful things about using insurance is, one, I am ready for the lights out moment. When my day comes, the death benefit is there for that purpose. However, I want to enjoy life. I don't want to be intimidated and fearful. That is still dealing with a scarcity mindset. I want to look at it and say, hey, I have this insurance in place so I can go and live my life, so I can go explore new adventures, right? And I can be smart with my money, and I'm leveraging all the time. So the thing is, this is just another way to use your tool. That's it. In a few weeks, I'm getting ready to go down to the $1 Million Roundtable down in Miami Beach, Florida. And I happen to get the chance to go around some of the top financial professionals in the world. And I love this event. I love how we all are able to get together and do things. But more importantly, we share some of these strategies and ideas, and we mentor one another. And you get together with multiple people from all over the world, 75 countries, I think, to be exact. So you get to learn how they're doing things. Have you ever wondered how some of your friends may be just traveling whenever they want to, but they have the same job as you, and maybe they make less money than you, but they spend money without care? Well, ever stop to ask yourself, it's like a magic trick. If you and I pull our wallets out together, You don't know where I got the money from. All you saw is that the money came out of my wallet. What you didn't see is my preparation behind the scenes. A few days before, I received a check in the mail from my insurance, or a direct deposit from my insurance into my checking account. And then you saw me take my wallet out and purchase my ticket to the Maldives, to Jerusalem, to go see Egypt, to fly to Japan. All these different things, these exciting, all these exciting adventures that you can go on, right? But at the same time, I'm not worried about it because I'm still growing my money. I'm still growing my money. And I'm not taking away the strength of my capital continuing to grow. It's always growing. Why? Because the insurance company has taken your money and stashed it away and allowed you to use their money up to 90% of what you put in. Oh my gosh. It's that simple. Once you start to understand what insurance does, that's why we're on this program. That's why we talk about it. That's why we talk about it. Once you understand what it does, that's when you start to say, I want that. I want that freedom. I want that bridge. I want that bridge to get me from part A that I understood to part C. Maybe that's the piece of the puzzle that we've been missing. In most cases, when we're doing financial planning of any kind, this is the piece of the puzzle that you're missing. And then on top of it, finding the right professionals that know how to design a concept around or build a strategy around your lifestyle. That's why we call it lifestyle focused wealth, because it's important. If travel is part of your lifestyle, when you talk to your agent, all they're going to typically ask you is, what debts do you have? Who wants to focus on just debt? Not me, but do I want to get it covered? Absolutely. But if I'm using my lifestyle focused wealth philosophy, it's very simple. And I'm building an infinite bank for my family. My family banking system is always being replenished by the income that I make. And it doesn't matter where the money came from. It could come from my income at my job. It could come from the equity in a house. It could come from revenue from businesses. It still gets to fund our insurance policies. And then that nest egg of money goes to work. And it's going to work with the insurance company first. And now for you savvy investors, I'm not telling you not to use your money. All I'm saying is that you start to earn a dividend, in many cases 5.75% for life on that money. For life. And then you can always take a policy loan against it and do whatever you want to do with it. That could be putting the money in the stocks, bonds, mutual funds. That could be buying real estate. That could be paying off college tuition, lowering your credit cards and consolidating and getting it off of your credit report and watch your credit report go back up. Or this episode, we're talking about using those same funds to travel. How do we do on it? It's so simple. It's super simple, baby. I think this is the most simple thing, but it's a fun thing to think about. Why? Because we all need a vacation. And if you really thought about it, it makes sense why you're sitting there on the beach. Why it makes sense to think about something working for you while you're not working at all. And guess what? The whole goal is understanding passive income. And if we can get passive income, that's what a dividend is in the world of insurance. Passive income, because these dividends are reinvested back to the policy over time. And it's based on the accumulated amount of money you've saved over time. How much money you've put through this policy over the last 30 years. Guess what? It comes back to you. It comes back to you in droves. When's the last time your favorite bank that you work with every single day, look in your account? I challenge you. When did they give you a $20,000 check? When did they give you a $50 check? When did they give you a $100 check? And when exactly did they give you $100,000 a year? They didn't, but they're receiving your money. Wouldn't it be smart to have a bank that works just like their bank working for you? It's life insurance. It's that simple. So look, I'm going to give you an opportunity. I'm going to give you an opportunity. I want to give you an opportunity to sit down and talk to us. I want to give you an opportunity to come out and talk to us. It's okay. You can send me an email. It's right here below. info@roncojohnson.com, or you can go to our website. It's roncojohnson.com, and we can go ahead and schedule a coaching session. Go there and schedule a coaching session. It's really simple. You're going to go there and hit selection 2, and then book your time with us. I love to have a one-on-one with you, your family, your friends, and we can go through the scenarios together. We can go through the scenarios together. Why? Because we want you to have the right information. We want you to have tips that you can actually use. You know, I really like having tools around that I can use in multiple ways, right? Have you ever, think about this for a second. Have you ever had a piece of furniture in your house and you love this piece of furniture, but it's just a table, or maybe it's a dresser drawer. It doesn't move. And you spent thousands of dollars on it, but now you hate to get rid of it because you spent so much money on it, but it just sat there. It didn't do anything else. But in today's world, you buy tables and you buy different things that can do different things. You got a table that can turn into a ping pong table. It can turn into a movie stand. It can turn into all kinds of different things. Look, if you could use your financial tool in more than 20 ways, why wouldn't you want to explore these facts? Why are they keeping these facts from you? It's very simple. I want to go ahead and share that with you. They're keeping these facts from you because when you sign an insurance policy with an insurance carrier, you need to understand that you're going into a contract. And that contract is between you and the insurance company. There's no middleman. It's between you and the insurance company. When your money is in other places, that's not necessarily the truth. So you want to make sure that we understand there is a fundamental difference of why you want to be exposed to the truth, because it benefits you. And if you're looking for your family-owned banking system, let's talk about how you can get that designed today. And it can keep growing and growing. And you and your family can start having the lifetime and the travel and the experience that you deserve. If that makes sense to you, put it in the comments for me. That makes sense. I'm sure that it's so easy that you're probably thinking I'm holding a secret from you, and some of you will probably think that it can't be done. Well, I'm going to invite you to join our Lifestyle Focused Wealth community. Why? Because you'll be around other people just like you that are using these concepts every single day. And when you walk into the room and you start having these conversations, you're going to be like, now I understand how you're able to do these things. And you do it so effortlessly. That's what we want. That's what we want. You know, I was having a conversation about minorities and money, wealth and wellness, bridging the gap. Well, let's be honest. We know that certain groups of people haven't had access to the financial information necessary to give them the freedom that they would want so they can make a better decision. But guess what? There's no secrets today. Thanks to the internet, thanks to having access to people like us, you can give them this information, share it. Don't keep it a secret. And I know that my screen just paused on you. But guess what we're going to do? We're going to keep talking. We're going to keep going. Why? Because it's that important. It's that important. Okay? So, all I want you to do is something really simple. I want you to sit down with your family and your Hello, everybody. I'm still here, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. We won't let the show just stop that way. But what I'm going to tell you to do is to keep your mind open. Keep your mind open. Because what you're looking for to build your financial safety net is something that you can use. Tax-deferred cash that's continuing to grow so you can hit and support all your long-term goals is exactly what we're talking about. Okay? So I want you to stay aware of what's available for you in the marketplace, because the more awareness we bring, the more financial literacy that we are able to provide, the better it gets for you. Okay? It's better that we get for you. So at the end of the day, when the lights go out, are you ready for it? I'm absolutely geeked about having you guys come through. Talk to me about your coaching. Come by, schedule some time, and join us. That way, you too can be enlightened about ways of using your cash value and ways that can get you where you want to go. And you can go online to roncojohnson.com. and we can schedule a one-on-one meeting with you right away. And you can start saving right now. You can start saving right today. And that's all we want to do. Help you get to where you want to go. Okay? Well, thank you for your time today. This was a very short one, a short conversation for you. But at the end of the day, we want to have more time with our family and our friends, and more time to enjoy our lifestyle the way the wealthy do, right? So until then, until next time, I hope to see you next week at 1 o'clock right here at 1 o'clock next Friday. So you have a great weekend, stay blessed and highly favored, and we will see you at the top. God bless, and see you next week.